Okay, let's do this because I really want to get. I really have stuff to do. Look at those. I hate those. I am so off. I gotta breathe.
It's like a two-tone. She painted the trim around.
No. Can I start at the beginning of these doors? They were supposed to be pre-primed. They weren't.
They were.
They were not, because the paint didn't stick to them.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
So I had to peel it all off, paint them again. The plastic part was the wrong primer, so that all peeled off. And then I went to paint it, and I grabbed the paint that we had in the garage. It was black, and I painted them this morning, and it's the wrong black.
Well, it's just
so now I've got to paint them again.
It's just like the first coat.
Well, that's kind of how I looked at it. It was basically like the first coat, so the next coat should only need one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you won't even be able to see that.
Hey guys, I'm Jameson, and this is Jamie, and this is our weekly wrap-up number...
We lost count. 45.
I want to say 30, 35? Did you say 45?
Just making up numbers.
35.
I'm just talking. Okay, 35. 45. Feels like 45.
Okay, so we got a lot done since the last time we spoke. Also, it's been probably like 2 or 3 weeks since the last weekly wrap-up. But I've got a little list over here, so if I can glance at it, you'll know why.
We got the stone.
We got the stone. The stone is going up. And
these beautiful pillars were done.
We got the columns mostly done. We still have to pour the concrete cap. And then we're starting the stone on the retaining walls, but there's some more stuff that's involved with that. We also hung our faux wood beams up inside the house.
Yeah.
That was quite the, I mean, I guess it wasn't that big of a process. Basically, what we did was we secured some 4-inch blocks up there that go fit on the inside of the beam. The beam then got glued to those blocks and screwed or brad nailed through the sides.
And they look really good. I mean,
they do look good.
They were easy. I feel like they're fairly easy to put up. And then we had to do like the really big one down the center, which got a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, so the one down the middle of the living room up in the peak, we had to climb up scaffolding and then have ladders on top of that. We also had to cut a hole in it for the light fixture that's going to hang down from the middle of it.
So now it's like weak in the middle and you're trying to lift this 25-foot beam into the air. But it all went good, better than I thought.
We got it up and it looks good.
Oh, we did all the window trim.
Yeah, so we for the window trim inside, we can't do the baseboards yet because we got to wait until the floor goes in. But for the window trim, we went ahead and cut down everything to size, which was pretty easy to do without having to put it up because the style that we went with, I did
super simple.
A 5/4 board by 6 on the bottom, and then just a 3/4 by like a 1x4 for the vertical sides, and then the 5/4 board overhangs those 1x4s by about a 1/2 inch on both sides. So it wasn't critical to have it down, you know, it wasn't like we were mitering the corners and everything. So to get it all cut down to length first before attaching it, and then Jamie took it down in the basement and painted all the trim. We sprayed it with, what's the color?
Off-white.
Off-white.
It's called off-white by
actually called off-white. It's just not like an off-white, it's off-white is the color.
Yes, and it's off-white.
And it is, it's very off-white. Anyway, so we got that all painted, and then we came back and we glued everything, or we glued and nailed it all in place. And then Jamie came back, filled all the nail holes, caulked all the joints, and then did a final coat of paint.
So yeah, all of our windows are done upstairs.
Yeah, well, all but one.
Oh yeah, our bedroom window, because we can't get to it because all of our kitchen cabinets are in there.
Yeah.
So we have all of our kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, so the, like I guess it was, what, last week or the week before?
2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago, the Amish guys came out and delivered all the kitchen cabinets, the pantry. There's some cabinets going in the pantry, and there's also cabinets for
laundry room and master bath.
And the master bath. And we basically piled them all up in the master bedroom so that we could work in the areas where the cabinets are going first, get all the flooring laid out, and then move the cabinets to there. And start setting those while they continue the flooring into the master bedroom.
Flooring got delayed a long time because our doors aren't here, which should be here today. So I'm not going to pin my hopes on it because they're like over a month late.
Yeah, we're waiting for the interior doors to come. They were supposed to come over a month ago, and they are now hopefully going to
And then they don't deliver in our area except on Wednesdays.
So it got delayed another week.
Today is our day.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I have no idea. All right, what else do we have to talk about?
Are you trying to get up here? Yeah?
I just want to see how flat the deck is.
Okay. You can go ahead. Just make sure you keep the back nice and flat.
I will. All flax, top that. That was back when I was younger. Now I'm old. It's just like going to flab.
No, I was talking about the logo on the back.
Oh, the logo, yeah.
Another thing that we did was we started to install some of the light fixtures. We've got the LED, I forget what they're called, Horizon lights from Kichler. And the cool thing about those was that we just installed, rather than having this big can box that we had to install during the rough end process, we went ahead and installed just a junction box, and then it had to be a certain depth, and then these lights you just wire them up and then just snap them in place and mount a bracket, snap them in place, and you're done. It's super easy, a lot less labor involved with actually getting the lights in. We also hung the two kids ceiling fans, and we hung the entryway light. So those all turned out pretty good. So we got all those lights installed and they look great. We also had a bunch of other deliveries. The wood flooring got delivered. We had to bring that in and unwrap it all so that it could acclimate. We also got the AC hooked up in the house, which was another thing that we had to do before we delivered the wood, so that we could get the humidity under control and make sure that all the wood was brought to the same humidity level as the house.
We also got our tile delivered for my bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
And we got the tile delivered for the front porch.
Yeah.
So the front porch is actually going to be made, I think it's like 3/4 of an inch thick, and it's 24 by 24 inch tiles. They've got like a steel backer plate, and then they fit into these channels that get mounted to the joist. So it's like a dry set, so there's no mortar bed, there's no grout, so that the water drains in between the tiles, and it's a really sharp looking design, so I can't wait to get started on that, which hopefully is going to be pretty soon here.
Like now.
Like now. We also got when they hung the drywall, we had, it was the ceilings were actually, or the walls were actually 10 foot 4 inches. So when they hung the drywall, in order to do it as efficiently as possible, they ripped the boards in half. So you had full board, and then a half a board at the bottom. However, that worked out to 10 feet exactly. So there was 4 inches at the bottom that needed to be filled. So what we did the other day was we ended up ripping down a bunch of OSB at 3.5 to 4 inches, and then just filled that. And really, it needed to be filled because of when you put your baseboards on.
Yeah, and I wanted it done before the flooring went in, so the flooring could butt up to that without like having to put that in after the flooring and risk scratching up the floor. It was just easier to do it now. It's all in, it's done, minus our bedroom because it's filled with cabinets, so we can't really do anything in there.
Other than that, we also, for a couple days there, we took a break to work on a festival bar for our friend Dave that works at Wolverine Brewing Company, Wolverine State Brewing Company in Ann Arbor. It's one of our favorite bars in the area, so if you're in the area, make sure you check it out. But we built them a nice big festival bar where they could serve at these the local beer festivals and stuff like that. And the prerequisites were that it had to fit a keg underneath, and then a couple of jockey boxes, and then the bar sat on top of that. So it also had to be portable, so we wanted it to break down and be easy to move, and it had to be durable. So we did that with by adding some steel around the edges and stuff like that, so if it got beat up or whatever.
Yeah. And it turned out really good. I really liked how it ended up.
Yeah, we went with some black shiplap, black like rustic barnwood shiplap thing on the front, and then we did the steel on the edges, and then we poured an epoxy top with their logo on the, for the bar top.
Yeah. Which
turned out really cool. So we also had to take a minute to run over to Detroit to grab a trailer load of pre-finished tongue and groove, V-groove.
Yeah, it's a product called, is it Embrace?
Enhance.
Enhance. Embrace,
It's
enhance.
from Durgan and Crowell out of New Hampshire, and the one of the biggest concerns with doing a wood ceiling on the covered porches for me was that we're gonna have to, if we stained or finished it in place, as that wood expanded and contracted, you would start to show those lines where you didn't get the finish into. So all the boards would need to be pre-finished beforehand, which
I didn't
really,
want to do, just like I don't want to paint windows anymore. And
Yeah.
not pre-finishing wood before
Which
it goes up.
can really be a pain in the butt. So we opted for this product, Enhance, from Durgan and Crowell, and it's pre-finished. It's a baked-on finish, which is really great, and it's kind of like a whitewash.
It's like
look.
a whitewash, almost like clear coat,
Yeah.
basically.
So you can see the wood grain still, but it's got a nice whitewash look, and it's going to be perfect for these covered porches. So I think that about wraps it up. We've still got a lot of work to do here, so we're going to get back at it. And until next time,
Be safe and happy building.
we'll see you guys later.